Could you walk me through your career path, starting with your experiences in college, any internships or jobs you had before your current role?
Sure. So my undergrad, I did urban planning and public policy was my degree. And I went to USC having grown up in LA, knowing that I wanted to stick around and work in local policy and local government because there's just so much more that you can do on a day-to-day basis when you're involved on the local side. Not to denigrate national work in any way, it's obviously important and critical, but I think for me at least, it was an opportunity to just get more involved in the work. And so the career path was, I knew even before going to college that I wanted to get involved in politics. I didn't do like student government or debate or anything like that, but I did work with at the time, this was like the remnants of the Obama 2012 campaign, just sort of getting a feel for what organizing looks like. And then in between high school and college, I went to go do a year of service with AmeriCorps through a program called City Year, which I guess undergrads are looking at this, so maybe too late, but really, really strongly recommend doing a year of service with AmeriCorps if you can manage it financially. It's a big hit to you, but it's just a great way to get out in the world and experience things outside of a classroom. Although ironically, I was in a classroom teaching second graders, so that was a bit different. But I really, really enjoyed that, and I think it hammered home to me the importance of working for systemic change. I enjoy the day-to-day grind and work with a lot of social workers who do incredible work every single day. But they're reacting to an unfair system. And so I think it takes systemic change to get to where we need to go. And so you need both, right? You need people to do the day-to-day and you need people to do the systemic change. I realized at this point in my life, I'm a bit more equipped for the systemic change side of things. But my job is to learn from people who are doing that day-to-day work. Throughout college, I had some internships. I worked doing a similar role to what I'm doing now with an education reform organization that was very hyper-local. So working with the LA Unified School Board, and then just getting a feel for how to speak up for folks. In this case, it was parents of the LAUSD system, to work for, again, that sort of systemic change level. And then my final semester of college, I also went up to the Hill to do a kind of traditional classical Capitol Hill internship with, at that time, Senator Elizabeth Warren, which was just a fantastic experience. Again, strongly recommend anyone take the opportunity to go work for a lawmaker. It's just a great opportunity to see how the machinery of government really works. But also, if you do go do that, don't let it go to your head. I think I was very lucky to work in an office that had a really strong clarity of purpose about what they were there to do. And it's very easy when you're working for an elected official, city, state, or federal, especially, you're surrounded by marble and history and lobbyists and people telling you how smart you are and how great you are. It's really important to stay connected to what brought you there in the first place. I was only there for 6 months, right? So I didn't have the opportunity to get fully inculcated, but even then I could see like, you know what, I don't want this to be my life. So I came back. I was doing some consulting work before the pandemic hit, for a big Democratic consulting firm, which was fine. It was a job. And then after the uprisings of 2020, I realized that I wanted to stay much closer to the ground. And being from LA, there's no shortage of problems here in LA. So I decided to stick it out and be with the consulting firm for a while, and then eventually hopped on over to where I am now, which I find much more satisfying.